Hello everyone, my name is Sayed. Today in this class, we are going to discuss about the CUCM dial plan. The today's agenda or the chapter objectives is a dial plan overview. All originates from where exactly in which endpoints that where in your infrastructure of IP telephony, in which devices where the call can be originate. Then digit addressing method. Okay, how exactly the call manager, any digit comes, how it or any other devices or the gateway, how they are going to be addressing that digits. Next, call routing types, call routing components, digit analysis, understanding route pattern. Okay, this is the very important the route pattern because you want to make external call. Okay, in the gateway to make external call, you are creating outbound dial pair. Okay, but here to make external call, okay, the call has to be go from CUCM to gateway to the provider. So we have to create a route pattern. So let's get into the dial plan overview. What exactly this dial plan? The dial plan is a numbering plan for the voice enabled network. It is the way you assign the individual or block of telephone number to physical lines or circuits. Dial plan means it's like a number extension, DD, dial number or extension, DN we can call it. In the call manager, we call the DN number. DN means what? Dialed number. But in general, we call the extension this one. So how you are going to be assigned that extension? So you can be assigned the extension internally 3 digit, 4 digit, 5 digit, 6 digit also. And also you want to be assigned that number as a E.164 format. Means you'll be having the plus, country code, subscriber number, area code, and everything that one. So that is what the dial plan is the number and how you are assigning that number either to any of the phone you want to be assigned or you want to be assigning to the any circuits on the gateway level. Okay. Then access codes, area codes, specialization codes, and combination of the numbers of digit dial are all part of the particular dial plan. For example, what this one, I have a two offices. Okay. Two offices are two different location I'm having. One is in Bangalore, one is in Hyderabad. Like this, I have the multiple offices. Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Noida, Singapore, Malaysia, Tokyo, Hong Kong. This is when I'm having this one. What you can do this one. Now, every location you want to assign the internal extension. Okay. And every location to identify, you can give some unique number. That is called area code or access code. You can be. For an example, if you remember 601 we have given for the headquarter, right? Actually, last 4 digit one is 2001. But 601 is what? That is the site code or area code, we can be say. Like for Bangalore, you have given 601. Hyderabad, you have given 602. Chennai, you have given 603. Singapore, you have given 604. Means this is the 601, 602, 3, 4. This is the extra digit you are giving. You are designing your own network for every location or every site. We are giving some code to identify. That's it here. Okay. So, but still that also a number. See, now internally I'm having the phone 6012001. This 2001 I have taken from the DAD, the range. But 601, that is the extra digit I have added. But still it's called as a dial plan and this is a dial number. That one. Okay, a dial plan consists of the following component. Endpoint addressing means any phone which is having the extension for that we call endpoint addressing. Still we call it as a dial plan. Call routing and path selection means whenever you are dialing the number, suppose you want to make external call. External call means outside you want to be dialed. Then one you have the ISP, another you have the PSTN. So always the call has to be go via ISP. If the call is not routing via ISP, then the call has to be go via PSTS. That we can be define the call routing. That is what path selection here. So there also we have to create a number. What is the external number? Right? When you are dialing the number, what number you are dialing, what number it's matching. When this number is matching, whether the call has to go via ISP or the call has to go via PSTN. That's also a number, but that also comes into the dial plan. Digit manipulation. Whenever you are dialing, you have to manipulate the number here, this one. Okay, the digit manipulation we can be done on the gateway level or we can be done on the CUCM also this one. Suppose you are using H.323 protocol or SIP protocol, we manipulate the number on the gateway itself. Okay, but if you are using a VGCP protocol, it's not possible or we don't have any option to manipulate the number on the gateway level. Then we have to manipulate on the CUCM one. Okay, so and again it's not mandatory that one. See, it's not mandatory that if the SIP protocol you are using or H.323 you are using, you have an option to manipulate that number on the gateway level, but it's not mandatory that one you have to manipulate on the gateway itself. You don't want to manipulate on the gateway, you want to manipulate on the call manager also, you can manipulate that one. So the manipulation can be done on gateway as well as call manager. Now it's up to you where you want to be manipulated. Again, depend on the scenario, depend on the topology, we are going to manipulate that one. That we have not still covered that the digit manipulation. Later I'm going to be cover that one. The digit manipulation. So I'll take a single class on the digit manipulation. On the gateway, how we can manipulate, on the call manager, how we can manipulate that one. So we'll be seeing the digit manipulation. Next, the calling privileges. Calling privileges means, so you want to give the permission to make the call. For example, you are the user, normal user. Okay, you have permission to make within the office. The emergency numbers you can make outside and local call you can make it. But you don't have the permission to make international number. Okay, that can be defined by using the calling privilege. Privileges means what in general? Permission. Okay, calling means, okay, for the calling, you are giving the permissions. What type of number you can be dial that one. Again, there is a very big topic and there is a separate session. So that comes under the partition and CSS, and that is very important. Okay, again, they'll be asking in the interview also on the partition and CSS. And sometimes call is not coming and call is not going. If the partition and CSS is mismatched, then call will be not working like that. So that we'll see. And the final, we have the call coverage. The call coverage, this is for completely for incoming call. There is a feature called hunt. There is a feature called hunt pilot. We have this one. So this is the feature which we can be configured within the CUCM for the small setup of call center. Generally, call center, we have a separate infrastructure we have. That is the UCCE, UCCX server, we have this one. But still, what we can do, this one very small setup we can be enable for very less user, but you will not get many features. If you go with a dedicated server, UCCX, UCCE, many options you'll be getting, many features you'll be getting. But here still small setup we can be do it. We can be route the call. Okay, you're dialing the toll-free number, the call is coming and hitting. Then first it has to be go to the user one. If the user one is not available, then the call has to go to the user two. If the user two is not available, then the call has to go to the user three. This type of setup, what we can do, we can be configured with the hand pilot. So that hand pilot concept comes under the call coverage. So again, that separate session we have, the call coverage, calling privileges, separate session we have, digit manipulation, separate class we have, and call routing. In today's class, endpoint addressing means just assigning the extension to your phones. But today we are going to be concentrate on call routing on path selection. Okay, that's what we are going to be discussing in this today's session. So this is about the overview of the dial plan. Clear? Call originate from. Originate from means where exactly call is originate from the phone it will be originate, right? There are other devices from where the call is going to be originate. One from the phone, the call will be originate from the gateway and trunk. Okay, from there also call will be originate. Voicemail port or CTI port. This one we configure in a call manager. This voicemail port means you have a call manager and Unity connection. Okay, between the call manager to the Unity connection, we require some channel. So for that, voicemail port we use. And CTI port means when we exactly this voicemail port or CTI port we use. I don't know where is my that pen. Okay. See, I'm having a call manager, CUCM. Then you have another servers, like example, Unity connection. That's for voicemail. If any call comes from the CUCM, it has to go to the Unity connection for the voicemail system. Between this to this, yes, we have to integrate. Integration, there is a separate process, how separate protocol we can use. Skinny also we can use. Zip also we can use to integration, only for integration. But generally what happens, any call comes, it comes to the call manager only, right? Because all the phones are registered on the CUCM. Now this call, voicemail, has to be sent to the Unity connection. Then to send from call manager to Unity connection, from here to here, some channel we require, right? Path is required, right? So that's a voicemail. Or you have the UCCX server. Okay. Now here also we are going to be integrate. But still, if any call comes or UCCX feature we want to be get it, to send this call from the CUCM to UCCX, okay, then CTA port is required. Got it? So that is the port. Here also the call will be because from the CUCM to Unity connection, CUCM to UCCX, the call is originating, right? So that's the reason voicemail port and CTA port has given this one. Okay. Translation pattern. Okay, again, this is the part of the manipulation, digit manipulation. In the call manager, if you want to manipulate the numbers, the translation pattern we are going to be using this one. So here also calls will be originated from the phone, for the gateway, voicemail port, CTA port, and translation pattern. The calls are going to be originated. These are the where location, the different endpoints from where not only from the IP phone the call is originating, okay, from the other devices also it will be originate this one. Next is the digit addressing method. Means what happened? You are dialing the number. When you are dialing the number, you are dialing one single digit. It okay. Let me see. Okay. If you are dialing the number from the IP phones, how it carries this number from your IP phone to the call manager? No, it's not. If you are using skinny protocol, means in your IP phone, if there is a skinny firmware, it will be carried by digit or n block. Means I'm dialing 6, it will carry 6. 0, it will carry 0. 1, it will carry. Means one by one, it will be carried that one. That is called digit by digit. N block means you are dialing 6012001. All the 7 digits, it carry in one shot. That's called N block. Now, how it carries digit by digit or in block? What configuration? So I'm having a phone. I take the cradle, then I dial the number, then it goes as a digit by digit. Or I'll enable the speaker, I'll dial the means enabling the speaker, dialing the number, or taking the cradle, dialing the number, both are same. By taking the cradle, dialing the number, or enabling the speaker, dialing the number, in this, it goes as a digit by digit. You are not taking this cradle or you are not selecting the speaker, directly you are dialing the number. For example, 6012001. After dialing the number, you are using a soft key. Now I'm selecting call. In this scenario, it goes as a N block. How you are dialing based on the dialing. Your speaker you are enabling or cradle you are taking, dialing the number, then it will be taken one by one. Okay, just you are dialing the number, then you are using a soft key call. Then means already you have given all the digits. Then it will be taken as the N block, one thing. Or if you go to the this one, directory, received call history. Okay, from there, if you are selecting and dialing the number, then it goes as the N block. Why? Because again, we are selecting the soft key. To dial, if you are selecting the soft key, first you are dialing the number and selecting the call soft key, or you are going to the call history from the missed call, dial call, received call. From there, you are dialing the number. Then it will be carried as a N block. Taking the cradle or from the speaker, if you are dialing, then it will carry as a one by one. That's how skinny phones carry the digits. Then SIP, same. SIP, it uses the KPML similar to digit by digit. N block SIP dial rules we have. In a SIP phone, there is a separate dial rule we can create. This is only for the SIP phones. By default, there is no any SIP dial rules. If you want, you can be configure the SIP dial rule in the call manager. If there is any SIP phone, it will be download that SIP for dial rules in the phone. Means whenever you are dialing the number, where exactly it's going to be check it out that number is exist or not, whether it's internal or external. Call manager. If you create a SIP dial rule, same thing, the pattern, you can be create as a SIP dial rule. It will be downloaded in the phone itself. Whenever you are dialing the number, it's going to check it out within the phone. It will not sending to the call manager. It will be checking within the phone, this number is exist or not. If it is matching, then only it will be sending to the call manager. If it is not matching, it will be drop out here itself. So that's option we have the SIP dial rules we have. Okay. If you want, you have to create that SIP dial rules. Okay. That's how we have the IP phone. Then any gateway, MGCP, SIP, H.323, the gateway you have configured. How it will be carry the number here. Okay, it will be carry by default N block. N block means what? In one shot, it will be carry. Overlap sending, receiving only for the PRI. If you have a PRI connection, sending, receiving overlap means it can be sent by digit also. But by default, the gateways, all the gateway, it will be sending the number as a N block. Then we have the trunk. This also N block by default. Okay. Translation pattern, N block. Okay. If you have any gateway, it will be sent as an N block. Now, if you have the analog connection, then how it carries? Like FXO you have, right? From the gateway to PSTN, any protocol you are using, then it will be carried as the N block by default. You want it to be sent it as a digit by digit also, you can be configured. That's for the PRI. Okay, now you have the analog connection from your gateway to the service provider, FXO connection, that's the analog connection you have. How it's going to carry the numbers? Digit by digit. Because analog is completely digit by digit. There is no N block concept in the analog. Okay, translation pattern, that is for manipulation we use. This is the translation pattern is a feature within the call manager. Okay, to manipulate the number we use. Through this, if it is carrying the number, it will be carried as a N block. Got it? Next, call routing types. Okay, intra-site we have within the single site. Means within the single site to DN, intra-site we call it. Inter-site, one site to another site. Example, I have a headquarter. This is my CUCM cluster. Okay, I have some phones here. All these phones are registered under this CUCM. And this is my site, and this is the gateway. Within this site, I'm making a call, then it's called intra-site communication. Then I have a branch office. Okay, branch office also, I'm having a phone. Now I want to make a call from the headquarter to branch office. Now here also we have gateway. Now, if the call is routing through internet, generally two branches or two different locations, how we route the call? Through the internet only the call routes, right? Okay, that is only the voice over IP. Okay, now for this, we call on-net. Intersite. Intersite means between two sites. So on-net. On-net means within a cluster, but it will be called is routing over the WAN. Now we have one more. Through the PSTN, the call is routing. Then it's called off-net. Between two sites over the PSTN by using the route path. See here, if the WAN is there through the internet, for example, I have an office in Bangalore, I have office in Hyderabad. My call goes from Bangalore to Hyderabad. It's the same office, same company. Through internet it goes. Suppose the internet is down. Yes. Then PSTN it has to go. Okay. Any call is routing via PSTN, it's called off-net. Any call is routing via internet, it's called ITSP. Again is the SIP trunk we are providing, connection taking that one. That's like a PSTN only. We have to pay that one. But there we get, see, PSTN means unlock connection, digital connection, it's a PSTN. FXO you are taking, T1 even you are taking, that's the PSTN. ITSP, SIP trunk we are taking. But here in the PSTN, we don't have the IP address between the gateway to PSTN. But in ITSP, between the gateway to ITSP, we have an IP address. But that's not internet connection. IP address we have, SIP trunk we are carrying. That is the ITSP we call it. Now completely over the internet, the call is routing. For example, any office you take, if they have the two different location, okay, example, Bangalore and Hyderabad, Bangalore office, phone, Hyderabad. Now call will be routed through internet, not via PSTN, not via ITSP, because both are internal communication. Both office we have internet. Through the internet, the call goes. The call going via ITSP. Yeah, it's a chargeable because when you are, if the SIP trunk you are purchasing, then only it's called ITSP. Because that's routing through IP address. PSTN, we don't have IP address. Got it? That is what the difference between PSTN, ITSP, ISP. So that's how the call routing types we have. Okay. On net and not net. PSTN means if the call is routing, for example, mobile number you want to dial. See, in this case, always the call can go via internet. If the internet is on, then only the call is routing via PSTN. Okay. PSTN means completely no mobile number. Is it possible to dial through the internet? No, always the call has to go via PSTN. So that's how we have the call routing intra-site, inter-site, and PSTN. For PSTN subscriber, any number, PSTN, any landline number, any fax number, any mobile number, any toll-free number, all this type of number it will be routing via PSTN. Getting this one, all are simple concepts. Call routing components. Okay. These are the different, we have this one, but it will be covering when I'm taking, for example, see today we are going to discuss about the route pattern. Directory number means DN number, which is assigned to your phones, IP phones. Translation pattern we'll discuss in the manipulation, but today we are going to concentrate on the route pattern. And palette, that's a different topic. Call path, MIT number, these are the features we have. This one we'll discuss. Okay, next is the digit analysis. Means whenever you are telling the number reaches to the call manager, right? How it's going to analyze the call? It will be analyzed one by one digit. First, 6. With the 6, how many patterns are matching? Next, 60, how many patterns are matching? 601, okay. With the 3 digit, how many patterns are matching? This is how it's going to be analyze the call. When there are multiple digit analysis result for each same dial pattern, CUCM perform closest match routing, right? Whenever you are dialing one single number 6, with the 6, how many numbers are matching? It will be analyzing everything. Example here. Okay. The phone is, this phone number is 1000, 100. Another phone number is 1001. Now I am dialing 1. I'm dialing 1. It goes to the call manager. In the call manager, check it out. With the 1 number, how many numbers are matching? All the numbers. Example, I have 2 route patterns here. 1XX, 10XX. Now, when you are dialing the 1, okay, 1 number, it matches both the pattern. Because here also 1 is matching, here also 1 is matching. Next, you are dialing 0. Then only the second pattern is matching, not the first one. X means it represents any number between 0 to 9. But explicitly closest, which one is matching? 1, 0 is matching, right? Okay, that's the closest match. Next, 0 is matching, same. 1 is matching, this one. This is how the digit analysis happen. If you remember in the outbound dial plan, how the digit analysis happen in the gateway, similarly here also. Example, I am dialing 1. Okay. See, there is one match is there here. 1 is matching. One is matching, one is matching, one is matching. This one will not match. Okay, for one digit. Again, I am telling two. Okay, this one is not matching. This one is matching. Here also two is matching. This one not matching. This two is matching now. Again, I am telling one. Okay, 1, 2, 1. Then here it's not matching. Only one pattern is matching here, this one. Then again, I'm telling one. Okay, X is matching here. So that's how whenever you tell the number for every single digit, it's going to be check it out for this digit by digit, how many patterns are matching in this one. It will be go with the closest match. That's how digit analysis happen in the call manager. Clear? Any doubts, any questions? Like from where the call is originating, dial plan is what, how the how when the different phones, how it will be carry that number, gateway carry the number, how analysis happens and everything. Okay. Now this is important understanding route pattern. So we'll take 5 minutes break, then we'll continue. Then once we discuss this one, we'll jump to the practicals. Okay, so next we'll discuss about understanding the route pattern. What is this route pattern? Why we require the route pattern? Okay, the CUCM call routing database includes the directory number of Cisco IP phones and various items configured in the CUCM cluster. The CUCM does not know about any phone number external to CUCM. For an example, internally, whatever the phones you have configured, the CUCM know whether this is the internal phone and where it is connected. Then call will be routing to that phone. Suppose if any external number you have, your mobile number is there. How the CUCM comes to know that one my mobile number? Or you have some toll-free number or some international number. Is it possible the CUCM to be understand all types of number? No, it's not possible that one. So in that case, what happened? If any external number is there, always that number has to be sent to the provider. But CUCM is not connecting directly to the provider. We don't have like something provider is there directly, we are connecting to the CUCM. So that will be terminating on the gateway. So CUCM know who is my gateway. CUCM should know who is my gateway and which gateway had to be sent or how many gateways available, which is primary, which is secondary, which is tertiary. That has to be configured in the call manager and that will be configured through the route pattern. Okay. Define external calls and external calls are normally routed across IP trunks or gateway. CUCM allow multiple paths to be configured for a route pattern for high availability purpose. Means it can be configured multiple path, not single path. Why? Because you have configured single path. If single path is not working or down, the calls will be not route, right? So we are configuring the multiple path. So if one path is not available, through the other path, the call can be routed here. Example is like this. So this is my IP phone. This is my call manager. This IP phone is registered under this call manager. So there is another office, San Jose. Okay. And my number is 1001 and the other phone number is 1408526400. So when I'm dialing this number from my IP phone, this is an external one actually. So what happened? The call goes to the call manager. In the call manager, it's going to be check it out what type of number. This is an external number. Okay. So then external number, it has to be sent the call to this gateway. See here you can see we have two gateways. One gateway it is connected to the WAN. Another gateway it is connected, WAN means that is ISP. Another gateway it is connected to the PSTN. Here you can be defined, okay, to reach this number, first it has to go to this first call, first gateway. From here, it goes to the WAN, or the WAN, it will be connected to the destination. Suppose either this gateway is down, this connection is down, or the WAN something issue we have, then the CUCM has to be reroute this call to the second gateway. Then from the second gateway, the call can go to the PSTN and it will be connecting this one. Where we can be define all these things, who is my first gateway, second gateway, on the route pattern, we have to be defined that one. So that is what the high availability we can be provide here. So we'll be see the exactly how the route pattern it comes and how it will be coming and everything. This one. Yes.
Normally, if you go to the call will send the call to via WAN, so it will be free of cost. So if the server goes down, so it will send
Via WAN, if the call is going, the route pattern is not required. Because
the user in the call via PSTN, so it will be charged.
Now, when the call goes via WAN means you have office here in Bangalore, office in Chennai, right? Chennai phones are registered. Where that phones are registered? In the headquarter only. But traffic will be go via WAN. That's it. But still, it's a one single cluster, right? Then here route pattern is not required. Why route pattern is required? Because that Chennai phone also registered under where? My same cluster. So I know that one. This is my internal extension. That is a WAN actually. Okay. When we send it, when we require route pattern, the number which is not within my cluster. Example, your mobile number which is not in your cluster. Any customer number which is not in your cluster. Any toll-free number, any emergency number, or any other number, it's not in your customer. In that case, the call will be route via PSTN or ITSP. If you have what type of connection? Suppose you have ITSP, ITSP it goes. If you have PSTN, PSTN it goes. In that case, we require route pattern.
We configure the number into the
yeah, that is what route pattern we have to configure.
Like each number we have to configure.
Yes, each number, then we have a wildcard for that. In the CU, the gateway, you know, the dial pair when we are creating, it's not possible single number to be configured for the outbound dial pair. We configure what? Wildcard. Example, dot we have given, right? T we have given, question mark, percentage, something we have given.
Different, like, your numbers, like, orders are different, like.
But mobile number pattern is same, right? Example, you take any mobile number, yours, mine, and everything. But mobile number will be, it comes in 10 digit, right?
Correct.
So 10 digit pattern you create.
Number format will be different. Like, if this guy number will come to like 1,000 below 1,000, its number will come.
1,000 below.
Like last 4 digit.
That is the internal number, your number, that one. I'm talking about the external number, right? Call wants to go outside from the CUCM. That DAD we are using for the incoming, that one. So you are not regular and you miss the some videos and everything. That's the reason you are getting doubts. We are talking about the external one. You are talking about the DAD now. You are bringing the DAD here for the external call. So that's the reason you are making the confuse that one. Okay. Any number you want to be dialed. See, generally what happened, we will be not creating single route pattern, multiple route patterns we create. How? Because we have a different types of number. How different types of number we have? Example, you have emergency number, right? Emergency, it comes in 3 digit. 100, 101, 401, 801, something we have, right? That one. Then we have the local number. Local number comes in 7 to 8 digits. This is 3 digit. Then we have the national and mobile number. It comes in 10 digit. Then we have the international number 11 to 13 digit. We have this one. Then we have the toll-free numbers. 10 digit we have again. 10, 11 digit we have toll-free number. You take any country, minimum these different types of numbers we have. Minimum these many patterns you have to create. 4 to 5 patterns you have to create. Minimum. In a one location, minimum 5 pattern you have to be create. Then only whenever you are dialing any emergency number, it goes. One pattern for emergency, one pattern for local, one pattern for national, one pattern for international, one pattern for toll-free number. This is how you have to be create. What you have to create? Route patterns you have to be create that. Okay. For an example, my mobile number I have 97380278664. This is the CUCM. This is an IP phone. This extension is 6012001. From this one, I'm dialing this number. Okay. How the call will be route? PSTN. From the PSTN, it has to connect. This is how we have this one. But now what happened? When I am dialing, this number goes to where? CUCM. CUCM checks this number. Hey, what is this 9738027? It has to be configured there. If you have not configured, it will be dropped. Okay. Now, this number have to be configured as route pattern. In a route pattern, we are defining what? Number. Number. If this pattern is matching, go to route list. In the pattern, we get only number. In the route list, it's get a name. For example, this is the headquarter route list. If this headquarter route list match, go to the route group. Route pattern, route list, route group. Again, in the route group, it's only the name. Example, primary gateway. Then I have secondary gateway. This is how names I have configured. Now, under the route group, you have gateway or trunk. So, for example, I'm having two routers. Okay. One router I'm configured under the primary. Second router, this is the R1. This is the R2. R1, this routers we have, right, which we have already configured. Which protocol you have used? Depend MGCP, H.323, safe, depend what protocol you have configured. That gateway has to be configured first. Where? On the gateway also you have to configure, CUCM also you have to configure. Then you get the gateway. Now this gateway you associate under the route group. And this route group you associate under the route list. So I am associating this one. So here, this is the first one, this is the second one. This route list we are associating under the route pattern here, this one. Say, always the configuration comes from the bottom. Configuration comes from where? From the bottom you have to do the configuration. But call will be flow from the top. So now, if I dial this 973802786, so yes, it's matching. This is the route pattern. If this number is matching, it has to go to the headquarter route list. Under the headquarter route list, I have the two route pattern. One is the primary gateway, one is the secondary gateway. Now I'll be sending the call to this primary gateway. Under the primary gateway, I have the router one. From this router one, call goes outside. Now here from the router to provider is something issue or gateway something issue we have. Then the call manager will be sending to the another router. And here also in the route group, you can configure multiple routers. In one single route group, multiple gateway you can configure. Okay. So first is this one. If this is not available, it goes to this one. If this also not available, then it goes to the secondary route group. This is how call flow comes. Route pattern, route list, route group, gateways. But the configuration comes from the bottom. Gateway, route group, route list, route pattern. But flows from the top. That is how we have the route pattern. Now, why we are creating this route pattern? Because of the high availability. Because, see, the pattern, see, route pattern, it's mandatory we require. Route pattern we require what? Mandatory. In between this route list and route group we have, right? Can you see this one? Route pattern, it's mandatory. It defines the external call. Gateway also, it's mandatory we require because through the gateway only call goes. But in between this route list and route group we have, right? Why we are configuring this? For the redundancy, for the high availability. Suppose you have only route pattern, only one router you have. Okay, so see, I'm taking like this. This number, I can be associated directly to this router. Number is matching, it will be sending directly to this router. Call goes. But if this router goes down, what happen? All is down. There is no high availability. To require the high availability, then route list and route group we have to configure. So first call come to here, because here multiple route groups we can be associated. If one route group is not working, then it goes to the secondary route group. So only for the high availability we require this one. So this is the important. In interview also they'll ask about what is the route pattern. Route pattern, it is defined external call. So if we want to make any external call, that can be configured to the route pattern. There is a hierarchy, route pattern. Okay, their number has to be matched. If it is matching, the call goes to the route list. Under the route list, route group comes. Under the route group, gateway comes. Okay, through that gateway, the call goes outside. Now here we can be configure multiple gateways under one route group. Okay, then there we can be defined who should be the primary, secondary, we can be defined. And under the head route list, we can be associated multiple route groups where who is my primary, who is my secondary. Always the call goes from the primary. If it is not establishing from the primary, then call goes to the secondary. So only for the high availability redundancy, the route list and route group we use. If we don't want high availability or only one router we have, then directly we can map the route pattern to the gate. Got it? So that is how route pattern we have. Maybe you get some confused. Once we do the practicals, then you will be understand completely. So this is what? Route pattern, route list, route group, gateway, then it goes outside. So under the route list, multiple route groups we can be associated. This is the first choice. This is the second choice. Under the route group also multiple gateway we can be configured. See here I'm having only one gateway. Here I'm having two gateway. Suppose if the call is coming to the second choice, in the second choice, first it goes to this gateway. If this is not available or due to some reason, if the call is not routing from this gateway, then it goes to the second gateway. That's how we can be defined. Here, only the number comes. Here it's only the name. And this also only the name. But these are the gateway which you have configured like MDCP gateway or H.323 gateway or SIP trunk you have configured. That information comes here in this one. Clear? Okay, this is the wildcard. So what I am going to do here now. Let me explain our lab here, how the lab we have. See, I'm having a CSM. Few phones are registered. We have hard phones, soft phones, something we have. Internal election 601-2001, 601-2002, 601-2003. This is how we have the extension. Then this is connected to router, where from here to here we are having the SIP trunk. SIP protocol we have configured. Then we have connected to ITSP. Why I'm calling this ITSP? Other end also I'm having a router. Between this router to this ITSP also I'm using SIP protocol because IP to IP communication. Now this gateway is my cube, but this actually a cube, but in the CUCM it will display as a SIP trunk. Okay, this is how I'm having. Here in the ITSP we have one phone. That phone having the three different numbers, like emergency number we have, national number we have, and international number we have. Three different numbers we have. Emergency, national, and international number I have. Now from here, I want to dial any of this number. Emergency, national, international, I want to dial. For an example, emergency number we have configured 101. From this phone, if I dial 101, what happened? From this phone, it goes to the call manager. Here in the call manager, it's going to check it out who is 101. External number, the CUCM doesn't know. Only internal it doesn't know. Now, in this case, this for 101, I had to create a route pattern. Then we have a route list. Then we have a route group. Then we have a gateway. Already the gateway I have configured as a SIP track. Now what happened this one number 101, route pattern is matching. Then go to this route list, then go to this route group, then go to this gateway. Then the call goes to this gateway. From the gateway, the call goes to the ITSP. From the it will be connecting to my emergency number. This is how the topology we are going to be implemented. And this is the topology we have. This is what we are going to be achieved by creating the route pattern. Got it?
Sir, if you
Clear?
have not written the route pattern,
Then call will not route.
so if you are dialing the random number,
It will not route. You dial any random number, it has to match in the call manager.
until and unless we create the route pattern, it won't.
Yes, it's a mandatory route pattern. Every company, every organization, depend on the country, they create a patterns.
It's not like I'm sitting here, I can call you directly.
No, in the company it works because which is already configured. Because already route patterns are configured.
Like other numbers are told.
Any number you dial, it will be work. Why? Because it's which is already configured.
Because normally.
You go to your company, if there is an IP phone, you dial any international number, local number, emergency, it will be work because which is already configured in the call manager, that one. If it is not configured, it will not work.
Sir,
Huh? Yeah, it has to configure.
in my office, I call.
Means they use wildcard. For example, mobile one single number means there are millions of mobile numbers are there. It's not possible. They use the wildcard.
So I did the
This
same.
is what wildcard we have.
Use IP phone to dial my number and my phone was ringing.
Yeah, it rings.
Check how it was. My number is registered in CSCR.
No, it's not registered. The route pattern.
Okay, the thing is,
For that, we need to dial on extra number for extra number. Like
That also, that's a depend. For access code, that is what I'm telling. The access code, if you require, you can configure. So, for an example, this is the IP blue phone I'm taking, which is registered under my call manager. Then at the same time, I'm having this is the CIPC, this is my PSTN phone. Say emergency 101 as per the topology. Now from my internal phone, I want to dial this 101. You dial the 101, for an example, this is the phone I have registered, the physical phone here. Okay, I want to dial 101. Okay, call is not routing. Call is going to call manager. Call manager doesn't, I don't know who is this 101. Call is getting dropped. Or go to this number. 101. I'm dialing. See, immediately it's disconnecting. Doesn't know who is this 101. CSM don't know that one. Now for that, we have to create a route pattern. We have to define boss. This is the external number. If this number is matching, go to this route list, route group. Then go to this gateway. From there it goes. That's how we have to be configured.
sir, if you create a wildcard in this pattern from this call, if you call to my number, we can generate, right?
Here it is the lab, right? This is connected only in the private. I have not connected in the public network. It will not route. Do I have ITSP real ITSP connection, real PSTN connection?
So can we next the internet, sir?
51 we have 142, 164, 51. Okay.
Sir, like in Citran, the number of call volumes possible.
It's possible, but again, depend on the ITSP, how many channels you have purchased.
Sir, is there any channels?
Who? See, number of calls, it's possible, but you have taken the SIP from the ITSP, right? There, they'll be providing how many channels. 30 channels means only concurrent 30 channels you can make it out.
Sir, there is any chances that all the call from the IP phone get called to my number? So normally, if I have raised a concern, so the IT team had called me back. So the people who are facing any IT issue, all the call is routing to my phone.
Why failed retrieving 140 to 151 is there, right? Fifty-one only the IP address, right? Then why it's not registering?
TFTP. Check TFTP services. The column.
Do you guys know? But other phones are registered, right?
Which group it is, and the headquarters for B1. Any problem. IP address, system IP address.
I don't know why this one is. Okay. So I am having what I'm going to do. This is my external phone. I don't know why the internal phone is not working. Let me delete. Well, I'll do one thing. Let me delete this phone. 7960, and let me configure one more time that number and see that one. Means manually, let me register that phone and come back. So I'm going to add quickly that phone. Phone model is 7960. Next, skinny. And MAC address is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this we have configured to one. Abbas Khan, this is the number we have configured 6012 something. Then device pool, headquarter India device pool, phone button template, standard 790 skinny. This template I'm going to select. Then user anonymous I'm going to select.
User is created.
Okay, device security profile we have. Device security profile, non-Cisco, non-standard I'm going to select, save, apply. Then I'm going to assign the extension. Extension will be Okay, very simple. I'm going to be configured 601201113, and which is configured to Abbas Khan. Save. Okay. Then go to the device, go to the phone. That's what we got, Abbas Khan. Okay. Now I just go to here. I'm going to check it out whether we have how many. Okay. Still, if it is not working, then we have to restart the TFTP. Then we have to check it out. If not required, then we have to collect the logs and see why it's not registering, what is happening that one. We'll see. If it is working, okay. If it is not working, then I'll go with test it with my physical phone. Okay, do you want to register? Cancel. So command line, if I go, okay, wait for the program to respond.
Sir, we do not want to get this voice and data will have any difference.
No, we have not created any VLAN there. But phone I have installed in my laptop, right?
But data will have anything by default.
We have not created any VLANs over there. Okay, let me see whether the phone is, if it is coming, okay, fine. See, this is my external phone. I want to dial from my physical phone. So I'll go to my hard phone. I'm dialing 101. See, I'm dialing that number. Call is not connecting here, this one, right? See, it's not connecting anything, this one. Why? Because whenever, if you dial any number in the call manager, so in the call routing, if you go to the call routing, if you go to the route plan report, from here, you can search the number, what it is. See, if always select the contents, I'm going to dial 101, enter. Hey, 101 we have already. That's the route pattern. Who created that one? Maybe for testing, I have created that one. Okay. See, now 101, it's a what type of number? Route pattern we have. Okay, fine. Now, how we can create a route pattern? So before to that, first we have to be configure what? Trunk. If you go to the device, go to the trunk, already trunk is configured. SIP trunk is configured here. If you find HQQ, SIP trunk is configured, right? This one. Next, what we have to configure? Route group. Go to the call routing. Okay. Route or hunt. See, first we have to create route group, then route list, then finally route pattern. This is the configuration, but call flow comes from the top. Okay, I'll go to the route group. You can create multiple route group. Okay, fine if there is any route group. So by default, you don't have any route group. I'm creating a new route group. So route group name is primary RG, primary route group. Okay. So then how many the gateways or trunks you have configured, it will be getting here this one. Now, as if now I have only one cube, right? Okay, you just select that one. After that one, there is an option, add to route group you have. See here in the below, it's an empty one. Now, if I select this one, now it's got it here, this one. Now, which is on the top in this one? Suppose you have selected 2 or 3.
Primary.
This one is primary, the second one is secondary. Always the call goes to this one. If this is not available, it goes to the second one. Now save this one. Got it? Under the route group, this whatever the gateway we have configured, we have created. I'm creating another one. Okay. So here, secondary route group, RG. So here you can select any one and you can save it. I'm just creating a dump one here. Okay, route group cannot be empty. So I'm selecting this is the one only. Only for your demo I'm showing. Now under one route group, can we configure multiple gateways? Yes. Okay. Suppose which gateway it has to be go the call. See here, this is the algorithm. Top down or circular. Always top down. Top means first it goes to first router. If it is not available, then it goes to second. If it is having a circular means, first call it goes to the first server, second call it goes to the second server, third call again first, fourth call second. Circular. First is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So this is how algorithm you have to be defined here in this one. Okay. So now what happened here? Now if you go to your route group, you can be verified. There are two route groups we have created. Primary route group and secondary route group we have. Next, what we have to do? Route list we have to create. Route list, simply a name. Okay. So here I'm going to create HQ hyphen RL route list. Okay. So headquarter. Route list. CUCM group. Which CUCM group you have? Headquarter. Group 1. Then save this one. That's headquarter. It's just a name. Then after, you have to check this one. Run on all active CM nodes. Otherwise, you have multiple call manager, right? It will be not come to know that one, what route list it has created. Then here we have to create a add route group. You remember how many route groups we have created? Two. So you go to the add route group. From the here route group, select first primary route group, or I'm going to select secondary first. Save. Okay. Again, add route group. Primary. Save. Okay. Now here, secondary is the first one. So I want to, switch here. So primary is the one. If the call comes to this headquarter route list, first it goes to the primary route group. Under the primary route group, which routers are there, top down or circular, based on it goes. Suppose that gateway is not available, then it comes to the secondary route group. Under the secondary route group, how many gateways are there? It goes the call here. Then save this. Yes. You have to check this one. Got it? Now it's got registered. Okay. Now here you can go. You can see multiple route lists for different purpose you can create. Now I have created a route list for the headquarter. Now headquarter itself, suppose you have any requirement, you can be create or different brand, different location, different route list. Now finally we have to create what? Route pattern. So already we have a route pattern. Fine. See, we have, let me delete this one. Add route pattern. Route pattern is, what is the number? 101. Okay. 9. Then you can give the description. Okay. India emergency call. Then here we have an option. Can you see this one? Gateway or route list. If I go, I'll get the route list here. Select this route list, save this one. Now how the call goes? 101 is the route pattern. It goes to the headquarter route list. Under that one, it goes to the primary route group. Under the primary route group, which call gateway is there? Through that it goes. If it is not working, it goes to the secondary route group. Under that, what gateway is there, the call goes to the secondary. This is how it works. High availability. That's it. Very simple. But now I'm telling the number. See, if I go again, I'm telling 101, the call is not routing. The call is not routing here, this one. So if the call is not routing, there are many different options we have. Maybe your whatever the number you are dialing, wrong pattern you are dialing. Or that number is not exist. What number you are dialing? That number is not exist. That number is not exist. Okay, our partition and CSS is not matching, or something manipulation is done. We don't know, but checking all this thing individually in the production is very difficult. See, maybe issue with partition CSS, you are dialing the wrong pattern, or some manipulation is happening. So if anything is not working properly, the call will not go outside. But checking individually all these things, it's very difficult. Okay, so that's the reason we have a tool called DNA, dial number analyzer. Whenever you are unable to make the outbound call, we have a tool called DNA. Through that, we can check it out. There is any issue within the call manager. So for this one, what we have to do here, this one, first we have to activate that service. So I'll go to the unified serviceability and activate the DNA service. Because until you are not activating the DNA, you will not get the DNA analyzer. So I'll just go to the unified serviceability. I'll just check it out. Okay. See, I'll just go to the tools. Oh, already we have dial number analyzer. We have already discussed this one. Then why again you guys are simply sitting here? Huh? Okay, fine. Already I think I have explained. So I'll go to the DNA. So in the DNA analysis, phones, from which phone I'm dialing, this 6012002. I'll search with the phone, the no 6012002. I'm searching the phone. I'm using the filtering. I'm searching that phone with the directory number. This is the one 8845. I'm just selecting this one, which is configured for Ishappa. Phone is registered. Which number I am dialing? From this number. Click on this one. Then what number you are dialing? 101. Dial that 101. Then do analysis. I don't know why it's not working.
For you gateway, we have created a queue for it. Then
I know the gateway, we have, there is no any number matching with that one. That's the reason call is not going. Del Pier. Okay. I'll come back. Anyhow, already I've shown you this, how exactly to be analyzed that one. Here we can see the complete call flow. Okay. So what I can do here to I'm just selecting that service, dial number analyzer, and restart that service.
TFTP also will
No, only DNA. Because the DNA is not working, right? For that reason, I'm just restarting. To restarting DNA service not required any change window because which is not affect to any call processing, right?
Analyzing.
Only I'm analyzing that because for the end user, it's not affecting anything. So that's the reason you should know which service you can restart, which service you cannot restart. But if you restart call manager and TFTP, it affects for the user. So that can be restart under only this one. Okay. Now still the call is not going because what I have to do, I have to jump to my gateway here. Okay, let me get into putty and see. This is my 2001 gateway. Open. Cisco. See, we have not created any dial peer here. So let me see. Show dial peer voice summary. Yes, we have created the 101, but that's for the pods. Can you see this one? We have created for the pods. Now, what I am going to do here, let me delete the dial peers. So, dial peer voice 101. But that PSTN connection is down now. 984 also, let me delete 984. Then we have 145 also. Actually, the call we have earlier selected through the PSTN. Now PSTN is down. We have removed that one. Okay. Now I'm creating a dial peer. From where? From my gateway to service provider. Dial peer, voice, tag number. What tag number? 101. And it's a Y. Because from the gateway to PSTN, it's going through the IP address. It's a cube now. Wipe dial peer we have to create. Now, destination pattern is 101. Now, session target IPv4 colon 142.100.64. Other provider IP address is what? 202. 201 is IAM. What is the provider IP address? 202. Next. Now, this is the SIP protocol we are using, right? Then we have to give session protocol SIP version 2. Normal dial peer, we are not executing. In a SIP dial peer, we have to execute SIP version 2. Then no, shut down. Okay, 202. Now, pure dial peer voice summary. Okay. Yes, 101 wipe dial peer up, 101, the session target for 202. So now in this case, it has to be work. Now I'm going to dial 101 call. Can you see this one? Now I'm dialing from my internal phone. This is the phone, the CAPC external, which is registered on the PSTN provider, ITSP. I'm dialing, I'm getting a call here. This one I can answer. Say it's a connected. Hi, hello, how are you? Got it? So now this is the external call through the route pattern it's coming. Clear? Got it or not? So now we'll just see the call manager. We'll go, maybe we refresh the page, which is already we have restarted and see whether that service is working or not. So if you scroll down, yeah, it's from last 3 minutes. Cisco dial number analyzer is active. Now I'll go to the phone again. I just refresh. Okay. Then 6012002 101 do analysis. Okay, here we go. See, something is not working, wait for 5-10 minutes, still it's not working, restart that service, it comes. It means don't restart whatever the services you have this one. You should be aware this one. Yes, what we have to look here, route this pattern. Means there is no issue within the call manager. Block this pattern means issue we have within the call manager. Okay, call flow we can see. Okay, I'll go to the call flow. Yes, 101 is the what? Route pattern. Okay. Now this route pattern is matching with this route list, headquarter route list. Then under headquarter list, we have the two route groups. One is the primary route group, one is the secondary route group. If you expand the primary route group, so here, okay, we have a SIP trunk. Which is the SIP trunk? That one, HQ cube. Can you see this one? Through the HQ cube, the call is routing. This is how successfully we can be configure the route pattern. Clear? Then I'll go back to the CM administration. Okay. Now what happened whenever you're created external number route pattern, you can give some permission. Before you dial the number, some access code you can dial. If you dial the first that access code number, then the call goes. That also option we have. Or you're dialing the number. After dialing the number, some code you have to dial. If you know that code, then only the call goes outside. Okay. So that can be here itself. You can be check it out that one under the route group. We have a concept of CMC, client matter code, and force authorization code. See here, required client matter code, we have this one. Okay. See, I'm telling the number 101. Call is going directly. What I'm going to do for security reason, once you dial this 101, okay, then some access code I want to configure. Okay, that will be from the client matter code. First, I'll configure call routing, client matter codes. Find if there is any client matter code you have configured. No, add new client matter code, CMC. What is the code? Okay, 7890 is your client code. Okay. To dial out 7890. This is only just number we have created. Okay. See 7890. Now you go to your route pattern. (101) select. Under this one, you have what? Required client matter code. If you check this, save this. Okay. Okay. Okay, updated successfully. This is the number I'm having. Now I'll go to my physical phone. I'm dialing 101. See, client matter code. Enter client matter code. What is the client matter code? 7890. After dialing the number, still you have to dial that CMC, then only the call is coming. You have to dial 7890, then hash key. Okay. So that's how for extra authorization we can be configure CMC. FAC also we can be configure. Another option we have. Either you can configure force authorization code or client matter code. But in the force authorization code, also you can define the authorization level. See here, only one number we have. Here, multiple number with authorization level I can be set here. Okay. Let me configure force authorization code. Add new. Okay. Authorization code name. Here you have to give the name. FAC1, I'm creating. Authorization code, you have to give some number, 4545. Authorization level, I'm giving 10. Done. Go to the call routing. Go to the route pattern. What is the 45? 4, 5 we have the created. Now go to the 101. And check this. Check this. Authorization level is what? 10. Save this one. What is the code? 4545. 101 I am dialing. See, enter authorization code 4545 pound. Call is routing. 1 is over. Like this, multiple authorization code we can be configured. So let me create multiple authorization code. I'll go to force authorization code again. It was there, the soft one, it was very good to dial. You can see everything in the video itself. But unfortunately,
My number is the task from double seven.
I'll come back on that one. Fourth authorization code 2 4546, not 4545. 4546. Authorization level is 20.
What is this level?
That's what. Added now. How many authorization codes we have now? 2. 4545, 4546. Right? 4545 authorization level is 10. 4546 authorization level is 20. Now I'm dialing the number 101. The authorization level first I'm doing good to dial. What is the first one? 4545 hash. Call is going fine. Another authorization level we have, right? 4546. I'm going to dial 101. Authorization is required. 4546. Call is going. I'm creating one more. See, now for both authorization, call is going. Don't be confused. I'll be create one more. Then now you'll understand. Okay, so here, add new. I'm going to create SPAC 3. 4547. 454545464547. Authorization level is 30. Save. Okay. Now if you dial, it will rings. If you dial, 4545 also works. 4546 also works. 4547 also works. You want to dial? See, check it out. 4545. It's working. I'll disconnect the call. Again, I'm dialing 101. Okay. This time I'm dialing 4546. Call is ringing. I'll disconnect. I'll go. Again, dial 101. Okay. Again, 4547. It's working. Then what is the difference here? All it's working. Because in the route pattern, where it is. If you go to the route pattern, scroll down, the authorization level I have set what? 10. Equal to 10 or greater than to 10, any number is there, it matches. Now I'll give 30 here. And save. What is the 30 we have created? 4547. It matches. Below to that, it will not match. Okay. Now I'm dialing 101. I'm dialing 4547. It's matching 30. Okay. Now again, I'm going to dial 101. This time I'm dialing 4545. Above the authorization level, either equal or greater than that one. Any number you dial, it matches. Below to that authorization level, any other pattern you have created, it's not going to match. That is what the difference between the force authorization code. With the number, authorization level also it can be set. In the CMC, only number we have. You know only number, then it will be dialed out. This one. So this is how you can be configure your FAC and CMC. Client matter code. Client matter code and force authorization code can be applied to the route pattern. CMC. If a route pattern that has a CMC applied is matched, the user is prompted to enter CMC. CMC was created in the system and associated with the road pattern that are used to the call customers that we have done. For fact also same, but here with the authorization level we come that one. So that's how we have the CMC and fact. Clear? Any doubts, any questions? Okay, he was asking before he dials some extra number you want to dial that one. That we can be configured. Every company, yes, for example, directly we are not going to be configured here this one. Example, I am going to be configured like this one. 9.101 means I have to dial 9101. Actual number is what? But 9 has to be stripped. To matching 9 you have to dial. This is called to make an external call, some extra code you have to dial. 9101. See, to match route pattern, 9 is matching, but 9 is not forwarding to the gateway. So this we have to be configured. So for this one, what you have to do, whenever you configure 9 dot, there is another manipulation you have to do. If you scroll down, so 101 is the calling number or call number? Call number. Okay. So now if you scroll here, under the call party transformation, digit discard, you have to give pre-dot, where it is. Pre-dot. Means before dot, whatever the number you have, it's going to discard. What is the number we have before dot? 9. Now I'm going to save this one. Okay. Now I'm going to dial. See, if 101 dial, it will not route. There is no number is matching with 101 now. Route pattern is matching with 9101. 9101. Force authorization 4547. Because stack also we have applied, right? Now the call is routing. This is how we configure. Sometimes 8 we configure, 9 we configure, 0 we configure. That's only for external call. 0 we configure for national call. 01 will configure for international call. This is how different company, different code they'll be configured. See, because whenever you dial the number, the call manager has to be checked. There will be hundreds of number. It has to be checked it out, right? If you give for external call some extra code, so it's going to be summarize that one, right? The list of the table become very less. It's very easy for that to be performed. So that's the reason we configure this one. So I'm just uncheck this force authorization code, not required. I'll just save this one. Got it?
So what if in case we forget the code?
If you forget the code, that's it.
So we have to
Again, contact the administrator, whoever the engineer is there, then you have to go. Okay, we don't have a reset pin, forgot passcode, we don't have the option there. Clear? The route pattern, facts, CMC and everything. So here, what we can do, we can use the wildcard also. We can exclamatory means any number, X means one number. Okay. The wildcard range, we have to give this one. These are the different patterns we have. The real-time pattern I'll show you. You just copy for some countries in the next somewhere classes. So if I explain now that type of numbers we don't have. So later on, when we do the different, we use the wildcard this one. So this is how we can be configured the route pattern, and this is how the route pattern works. Any doubts, any questions?